Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So I'd like to welcome you, and Shirley and Emma would like to welcome you to our household. And today we're having a very special event, a house concert with Mr. Stephen Gary. So he's going to come on out here and, oh, he's gone. No.
He's gone.
There he is.
He always go to the bathroom.
Constant monitoring the live streaming. So go on now.
All right.
So I'm going to turn it over to him. He's going to do a set, and I'm going to play some stuff with him later on.
Awesome. All right.
Cool. Hi. All right. Well, I met my baby down on Savoy Row. Well, I met my baby down on Savoy Row. She's my little darling, and I will never let her go. Well, Savoy girls, you know they look so fine. Savoy girls, you know they look so fine. Just to see my baby, I got to wait in line. Well, Savoy class, Savoy style, I face the devil for just one smile. I met my baby down on Savoy Row. Yeah, she's my little darling, and I will never let her go. Well, I'm her bow, she's my violin. Yeah, I'm her bow, she's my violin. And when we play, we make sweet music once again. Just one look, my heart stood still. She rocked my world, and she always will. I met my baby down on Savoy Row. She's my little darling, and I will never let her go. Well, when we go walking, everybody see. Yeah, when we go walking, everybody say, a Savoy girl, she's the one for me. Thank you very much. Thank you for getting that little joke there. That's another one of those fun little things as a songwriter. You go, oh, that's clever. All right. Let's see. Here's a sweet little song. Let's see if I got it right key. It's the only trouble with these things. I tend to I don't remember the keys sometimes. It's just oddly enough. I think it's there. That'll work. Loneliness is a simple thing when you got a friend to call. But it's 4 a.m., everyone's asleep, and there's no one home at all. It's times like these I go down to the ocean in my beat-up old Honda 10. And let the waves wash over me like the tide rolling in. Like the tide rolling in. Like the tide rolling in. Let the waves wash over me like the tide rolling in. I guess I must be predictable, 'cause she knows just where I am. She comes to me without a word and sits down in the sand. And silently she smiles at me. She knows knows just how I've been. And her love washes over me like the tide rolling in. Like the tide rolling in. Like the tide rolling in. Her love washes over me like the tide rolling in. Our love is like an ocean, ocean deep and ocean wide. Salty for the tears that we cry. She can calm my stormy seas. She's like some mystic twin, and her love washes over me like the tide rolling in. Like the tide rolling in. Like the tide rolling in. Love washes over me like the tide rolling in. Like the tide rolling in. Like the tide rolling in. Her love washes over me like the tide rolling in. Thank you. Thank you. It's a sweet one. All right. So now for something completely different. I told you I was going to put lie to the nice Jewish boy thing. I moved to Hollywood back in 1979. I had a friend who had a friend whose boyfriend knew somebody at Capitol Records. And based on that, I quit my job, threw everything in my car, and moved to Hollywood. And I cut a demo down there, like I couldn't do that up here, right? I cut a demo down there, and I gave it to my friend who loved it. He gave it to his friend who really liked it. She gave it to her boyfriend who didn't like it at all, and there I was. So I started looking around at resources and playing in little coffee shops, and I took this lyric writing course. And about halfway through the course, I wrote this song. And I was so proud of it, I quit the course. I figured I'd learned everything I needed to learn out of it, and that was the end of it. It's a novelty song, and so I decided to send it. Who here knows who Dr. Demento is? I knew it. I've got some demented people here. I knew I had a good crowd. For those of you who don't know, Dr. Demento was a radio personality in the 60s and 70s. He had a weekly syndicated program all over the country playing comedy songs and novelty songs. And so I took this song and I made a copy of it, and I on a reel-to-reel tape, this is where we were back then, and I sent it to him. I never heard a word. Fast forward now almost 40 years, and I re-recorded the song to put on my new album, Things Change. And a couple of months ago, on Facebook, I saw a friend of mine, and he was having his picture taken at some convention with Dr. Demento. Son of a gun, he's still around. He's still got a radio program, only it's live streaming now on the internet. And so there was a little, I found his website, and in the little corner it said, submissions. So I went ahead and submitted this song. 40 years later, he wrote me back saying, I can't play it. Why not? Well, it's kind of got religious overtones, and I don't want to get into that sort of things. And I said, well, it's humor, you know? It's funny. And he says, well, I'll give it another listen. And about 3 weeks later, he wrote me, and he said, I just played your song on my show last Saturday. He decided to do a whole religious-themed show. And so life is full of symmetry. You know, things come around. So I also promised this song to my friends in Denver. Hi, guys. You asked me to play this song, Laura and Weston, and I indeed will play this. So this is, it is, you kind of get the idea of what's going to happen here. This song is called Beam Me Up, Jesus. Well, Well, I've been a sinner. My life's whole design was a suicide course set at warp factor 9. I'm lost in the cosmos, I'm shipwrecked in space. My only hope is your sweet saving grace. So beam me up, Jesus, oh beam me up, Lord. My soul needs salvation, please bring it aboard. Send angels with phasers and set them on love to escort me back to that bridge up above. Well, I'm not a Vulcan, and I can feel grief. I got no McCoy for to bring me relief. I got me no Scotty to make my repairs. My communicator's jammed, Lord, so please hear my prayers. Beam me up, Jesus, oh beam me up, Lord. My soul needs salvation, please bring it aboard. Send angels with phasers, set them on love to escort me back to that bridge up above. Well, my tricord reading says I'm overdue. My life support system's dependent on you. The devil has trapped me on Rigel 13, and my only hope is if you intervene. And beam me up, Jesus, oh beam me up, Lord. My soul needs salvation, please bring it aboard. Send angels with phasers, send them on love to escort me back to that bridge up above. Beam me up, Jesus, oh beam me up, Lord. My soul needs salvation, please bring it aboard. Send angels with phasers, send them on love to escort me back to that bridge up above.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I want angels with faces.
Doesn't that sound nice?
that.
Isn't that clever of me? This is the joy of being a songwriter. It really is. So I got one more song here before we take a little break. All right. Well, you can hide in the desert, you can hide in the woods, you can hide in the ocean, but it won't do you no good. You can run undercover, you can go underground, but there ain't no place, baby, where you cannot be found. I'll find you anywhere, no matter which way you go, how you go. 'Cause I'm a bloodhound, wherever you are, I know. You said you loved me, baby. I said me too. I just don't understand what's gotten into you. I'm gonna get you, baby. Just wait and see. I'm gonna sniff you out, bring it home with me. I'll find you anywhere, no matter which way you go, how you go. 'Cause I'm bloodhound, wherever you are, I'll know. I cry for hours, babe, I howl at the moon. I'm hunting day and night, get you back real soon. It's just as easy as digging up a bone. I want you with me, I don't want to be alone. Bloodhound is loyal, baby, got love to spare. Don't know what you've done and I don't really care. Hot on your trail now, I'm in dogged pursuit. I need your loving, there ain't no substitute. I'll find you anywhere, no matter which way you go, how you go. 'Cause I'm a bloodhound, wherever you are, I'll go. 'Cause I'm a bloodhound, wherever you are, I'll go. 'Cause I'm a bloodhound, wherever you are, I'll know. All right.
I would like that.
Oh, good. Thank you.